Lego. But you don't just want like Lego, it's worldwide.
Yeah.
And you want it to be worldwide because you then want...
Or talk to the Indian people who have talked about doing a credit card sized thing. You need to be talking to other people who have similar ideas, and a similar global attitude to marketing, or to reach.
What I mentioned before, you can put an SD card in it, and you can get it to boot up off the SD card. What possible modes do you see that operating in? Like somebody mentioned you could have it so you switch it on, you boot it up, you straight into an RDE where you can program in Python or something like that. What?
I think a kind of game creator style thing,
like the App Inventor maybe.
Well, I'm thinking kind of simpler than that. Used to be a program called RPG Maker, where you could put in all the kind of interactions and you could drag drop things onto it. You could make a game. If you can then take your game you've created, you can put it on a card, you can give it to your mate.
Yeah.
That's the type of thing that kids love to do. They like games, making games. Wow, I can make my own games.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it's not something that you can do nowadays often. Even looking at stuff like iPod games and that, it's difficult to actually make them. I mean, Objective-C is a mess, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not an easy it's not an easy language to pick up. Using something very simple, using even Lua-style interactions, kind of blocks you're dragging and dropping, making it so that there's multiple ways you can do things for different age groups as well. So you're looking at, say, primary school kids. They probably want a nice drag and drop interface. You drag something on there, you type what the person says, and they say it.
That might just be the angle, because you were saying instead of appeal to children, if it's been marketed as a games development engine or a way of creating games and then sharing games, which are then can be uploaded to the web and shared globally.
I think the sharing thing is very important to it. It's got to be all about doing stuff and then passing that stuff off to other people. Other people can have a look, they can have a go, they can make their own stuff, they can make improvements. It's got to be kind of a bit simpler than Git, obviously, but essentially that method of doing it.
Well, Scratch, I don't know how many fans there are of Scratch in the room, but Scratch, when you go to the Scratch page, which is scratch.mit.edu, they just recently announced, I forget the figure, but it was something like their 1 millionth or their 2 billionth game had been uploaded there, and it's kind of a YouTube type thing. You create a game, you upload it, you comment on other people's games, you download their code, you customize their game, you upload it and you share it. And I mean that would be something that would work.
That's community, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's really what we want. We want this to be a catalyst for communities as well.
Yeah.
And they will take you to the direction.
Yeah.
We can't say what the direction is. People have his own life, won't it?
This is like the principle I was saying earlier. We've not got to be the barriers getting in the way. We've got to be the enablers. We've got to just say, look, there it is. And if they say, well, can it do this? Well, we'll work on how we can make it do that.
The other thing when I was at school at the BBC is that we didn't just use it in a computing lesson. It was used in everything. So you would have an English lesson where you'd be playing some English teaching game. You'd have science lessons where you'd be using the BBC for whatever. The technology lesson, you'd be plugging stuff into the BBC and controlling things. It needs to be, for it to take off, you need to have the ability to use it in all subjects, so all teachers get used it, so we just get the kids see it all the time. At the moment they're using the Windows machines for it, but if you can give it the ability to do more useful than just a generic Windows box.
So I mean, there are within schools there are subject associations. So there's like the ASE, I think, which is the science professional body. There's the maths one. There's English. So it could be even that a subject association within the English curriculum could adopt the board, have some sort of a platform. You swap the SD card over, plug it in, and you're straight away into a science lab. That you've got.
You boot off Ethernet or something.
Yeah, you can as well.
Because that would be interesting as well. The kids take their board, they plug it in, and suddenly it's a science computer.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of having to have separate SD cards and swap things around like that.